Next question is, where do you work / what do you do? So I work at a restaurant. It's called Loma House. Yeah. It's a vegetarian restaurant on the south side of Edmonton, and I'm one of the cooks there, and I've been working there for a little over 2.5 years. And a lot of people ask me this. No, I'm not vegetarian. And yes, I do love my job. It's awesome. It's tough work, but it's so awesome. I get to just like make food and eat every single day, and it's sweet.
As for me, I work for the city of Edmonton. I deal with finance and assessment, commercial assessment, so no, I cannot deal with anything with your house assessment or taxes and things like that. Just if you own a business, maybe we can talk about it.
What is it that you like about each other?
What isn't there to like about this? This is so cute. She's so cute. It's just really awesome knowing that I can always turn to her for anything. She's very biblically smart. She's very well grounded in the faith. So I feel that anytime that I don't understand something, I can just go to her and be like, hey, what do you think this means? And sometimes we have super deep conversations when we're like having dinner or night snack. We'll just come up with a topic and like the food would be cold and just sit there, even though we usually eat sushi, so it's already cold. But that's besides the point.
It gets warm.
It gets warm. But yeah, I feel that I can always turn to her and just ask her anything. And she's really supportive in terms of emotions and stuff. She's very well rounded in that as well. So I feel that any emotion I've ever felt, I know that she's probably been through it, or she knows a lot about it, so I can always turn to her with that as well.
I'm not crying. What is it not to love about this? Okay. Definitely super physically attracted to Andy because he's really good looking. A lot of people ask me this, what is it that I admire about Andy, or what do I like, or what attracts me to him? And one of the biggest things that has always attracted me to Andy is how loyal he is to his family. He's definitely a family man. Not only in the sense that, yeah, he wants kids and we want to build a family together, but with his own family, I've seen him like just be so. There have been countless times, even now, still in our relationship, there's been countless times where he would say like, oh no, let's not watch a movie because I want to spend time with my parents. I want to watch shows with them. And like to me, I'm just kind of like, for me at first it was kind of hard to understand because I don't know, I guess I thought that I was way more important. But through Andy's relationship with his family, it's made me realize how much more important I should regard my family and those relationships. He's incredible with his family and just always like, and he's amazing with my family too. He's always helping them out. So that's one huge thing. But I mean, there are so many other things. Like he's super, super goofy. He's like definitely a child. But it's amazing because that's what we need in our lives, and he really, really spoils me. Not saying that that was a criteria, but it does happen. Like I really do feel like he tries his best to take care of me all the time in every single way. What do you guys do on dates?
Usually, because she works most weekday evenings and I work typical weekday hours, we hang out a lot on Sundays or later in the evening. But a typical, let's say, Sunday would be have lunch together, play video games, sometimes do recordings like this, just hang out. Sometimes we'll play music together. We'll watch movies, and eat. And
always eat.
We eat a lot.
Right now.
Go for a walk sometimes.
Yeah, like the bulk of it is like watching movies, eating, video games.
We're not that interesting.
But that there is the beauty in the mundane. It's the best when you can spend time with someone that you care about doing just like the most simple things. How did you know you wanted to get married? Things like if you've ever been in a relationship or oh, just blanked out right there. So these questions are kind of hard to answer super specifically. Honestly, you kind of just know. But one of the biggest reasons for sure is that we've been dating for so long. Not that that's a reason to get married. Definitely not. But it's kind of those things, it's like, well, if we're not going to get married, then we should be doing something about that. Whether it's to get yourself ready or to just like go in different directions. So it was kind of like we had to, because we're dating for so long, we had to kind of prepare ourselves and be like, well, we feel like we're supposed to be together. So what are we doing to move forward towards marriage?
Yeah, and we kind of like talk about things like, things that are important, like, well, do you want to have kids? How many kids? And those are important things. You know, if this happened, let's say I had to move away for this job, would you follow me, or would it become a different kind of relationship?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of commitments would we have to do or give up or sacrifice for each other? Are we willing to do that? If we aren't, well, what can we do to work around that, or why aren't we willing to make those commitments?
Exactly. It was a lot of like talking about life questions, and a lot of like Andy and I are really similar in like our core values and like our lifestyles. Like the vision that we have for our family in the future, it's incredibly similar. So we want the same things, you know, like house-wise, like car-wise, job-wise, and just where we spend our money. Like these kind of logistical things you kind of have to talk about, because that's what life, like that's so much of what life is. And I think we just saw that we can build a life together, and we really think that God can use us to just like be better together, and like for other people and for him too. So it's just kind of like those conversations just kept happening, and we were able to head in the same direction. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've been able to learn some things about us. I know that some of these questions kind of seem really general, or really like, I don't know, like you should know these things, like how old we are, but some people actually don't know how old we are or actually what we do. So I think this is good for you guys to get to know us, and we'll also be doing a Q&A later on in the year, and so we'll let you guys know when to send us some questions, and you can ask us whatever you want, whether it's more about a certain question that we talked about before, or just super random questions like where we like to eat and stuff like that. So stay tuned for more videos. Bye!
Bye!